Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Higgs. It is Wednesday, October the 2nd. I'm joined, as always, on the Wednesday show with Brian Bitler. No, Chip Trims will join us tomorrow with Doug Upson. He's a little bit of personal moving going on. He just came back from his trip. He's got a couple things happening. It goes on. We do have lives, folks. We do bet full-time, and it's our gig, but there's other things sometimes that the personal life takes center stage. But me and Brian will get to a free pick for you in just 1 minute. We got a couple nice matchups, big schools at least, especially if you love the state of Florida. We got you covered. Before I get to that, please hit the like button here. Notification bell's on. Subscribe to the Winner Circle YouTube channel here. Why wouldn't you? It's absolutely free to hit the like button. It's free, right? The free picks are free. Hitting the like button is free. If you want premium stuff, gamblersworld.net. That is our sponsor. 3 738 packages, all guaranteed to show you a profit, or you credit your back. You jump on board somebody else, and we go back to the well again there. But we have a leaderboard. This man right over here, Brian Biller's having a nice little run. Number 2 in the money last 30 days. I think he's number 2 in college football for the year. He's doing pretty well. Use the leaderboard. It's there to help. Now we have NFL, college football, baseball playoffs here. You can get a special baseball deal, 159 through the end of the World Series. Go get it, or use the 30-day package. Maybe cheaper with the credit. I do not know. You got to break down the math. I'm here to break down games. Brian Bitler joining me. He'll be looking at Clemson, Florida State. I have Miami, Florida, and Cal. But before we do that, Brian, how are things going? How was your weekend? What do you have on tap coming up this week? Any big plays people should be made aware about?
Well, I'll tell you what, Saturday, really disappointing 1-4 day, but then in the NFL bounced back 4-1. So, kind of like kissing your sister, broke even. Definitely, NHL season's starting soon too. So that's also on the horizon. So soon we're going to be too busy to even think for, a couple minutes. We'll be busy breaking down all these games. But I like the card coming up on starting Thursday night for college football. So I think we're in for a big week.
I got to look to see when exactly. I know NBA starts in, I think, 2.5 weeks, right? About the 20th. They
I think NHL's Thursday, the Devils and Sabres.
I'm looking. Is it next Thursday or is it next Monday?
I think it's this Thursday. Devils, Sabres in another country. I forget where they're at.
Is it? Okay.
One game. It's only one game, I think.
All right. Maybe. I don't know. Because I'm seeing there could be a off game like that, but I think Nashville, Tampa Bay. Actually, no, that can't be Monday. That's the last. What day is this? I'm looking because there's like one random game. So I was like, okay, that says preseason, but it says here on, I guess, Tuesday the 8th, St. Louis and Seattle, 4:30, puck drop, 3 games. They're pulling the old NBA kind of ticket here, a 4:30 game, a 7 o'clock game, and a 10 o'clock for the NHL.
Yeah, it's easy with the NFL. When the NFL starts, college football, same thing, but NHL tries to,
yeah, they try to play little games with us. What are they doing here? Yeah, well, that's hockey. Okay, these guys just want to drink beer and hit the little puck on the ice.
That's right.
What do we got? Tomorrow we have some NFL. Falcons, Bucks. I sort of like the under a little bit. I don't have a big play going. Do you have anything lined up for Thursday night? Anything for Friday premium action?
Before we went on air here, I was looking at the college football on Thursday. I didn't get a chance to break down the NFL, but off the top of my head, I'd be thinking about taking a hard look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They had a week where they didn't play well, but they bounced back nice at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Baker Mayfield's a good game manager for the most part. And so I'm going to take a hard look at Tampa Bay, see if or maybe the under, like you said. You got 2 defenses, teams that like to run the ball as far as the Falcons go. So Definitely something to look into.
Yeah, you mentioned the your weekend. College football's been all right for me. But when in college, NFL, I'm just spinning my wheels. I can't. I go, 4-7, 5-5. I take a dog. It's a favorite in a blowout. I got the favorite. The dog wins outright. I got an over. It goes under by 30 points. I take an under or vice versa. I look at it as though, you know what? I'm getting decent numbers. I'm beating some closing lines. By the end of December, I should be.
You should be due for a heater.
You're there. It's frustrating, but what am I going to do? That's, just shake my head and be like, another one. But listen, folks, you see the leaderboard. So if I'm doing bad, Brian's doing good. We have 14 guys to choose from. Use the leaderboard here at gamblersworld.net if you want the premium stuff. again, the freebies are what they are. We want to win them. Last week, Brian, Alabama, outright winner.
Got lucky.
There you go. There's no luck. Come on. I was never in doubt. I mean,
they got up big, and then they let Georgia charge back.
And that's, you know what? Let's just talk about that for a second, because I was trying to talk to somebody else about the game. I said, like, your initial thought on that was like, they jump out to a huge lead, intercept, turnover. You knew Georgia was going to come back just based on it wasn't going to be 60-7 or something. But at what point in that game did it turn into like Georgia's a good team? It's not just Alabama, because I don't think Alabama is looking to like take their foot off the gas against Georgia. So is it Georgia just got right and made it a game, or was it just the old? Well, they didn't feel like playing the second half. I don't know what to think of.
Good game planning at halftime, I think. Came out with a strong plan, got them back in the game. Luckily, Alabama for me held on. But
yeah, listen, you knew you were gonna get a good game there either way. If that game was like that from the start, it would have been talking about it. I don't know. It's just I didn't know how to look at it. Like, was it just a easy comeback because you're up big and you're playing prevent? Or I don't think that's one thing in the NFL. I don't think Alabama, Georgia, I know it's DeBoer's first year over there. I don't think he's looking at that like, well, it don't make a difference if they come back. We'll hang on. See, in college, I think they're looking to pour it on all the time and not to really take their foot off the gas. This isn't Oklahoma playing some Southwest Missouri or so. You know, that's Georgia, Alabama. I don't think they're looking to ease up. You know, so that's why I was trying to get your opinion. I don't know what to think of.
Yeah, I agree.
The lock in the game. You know,
it's not like they're going to just go through the motions. They want to beat them as bad as they can.
Right,
it's good for them in the ranking.
So, all right. Well, let's look at this game for you on Saturday. Clemson Tigers, back from the dead, 14.5-point road. They were an underdog in August when this line came out. 14.5, a total of 48. Florida State continues to sputter. And this is like would this be a quarterback revenge game? I mean, Kubiak, whatever the kid on Clemson, took over for DJU. DJU's on his second school since then. Has not looked good. 4 touchdowns, 6 picks on the year for the guy. And now they're a 2. When's the last time Florida State's been a 2-touchdown underdog at home to anybody?
Absolutely crazy. Even when they were bad, they weren't 2 touchdowns.
I mean, holy cow. What? I mean, go ahead. This is your puppy here. This one to me is I can't lay 14.5. I don't like laying 14.5 for like pro team. I don't want to lay that on the road.
Yeah, a very interesting game here. And in my early look ahead, we got 3-1 Clemson traveling to take on those 1-4 Florida State Seminoles. At the end of May, Florida State was a minus 3.5-point favorite, but shockingly, their bad play. They had shockingly bad play, and now they're getting over 2 touchdowns to back them. You got Clemson here on the other hand. They got whipped by Georgia. But after that, they just were a buzzsaw the next 3 weeks, outscoring opponents 165-69. So no doubt Clemson is the better team here, but Florida State's still massively talented, even with Clemson wanting revenge from last year's loss. Remember, last year, Clemson, last year, I got all messed up. Anyway,
keep going. No, man, we're talking. It happens. Go ahead.
Anyway, we got a 10 point. We got 10 points here with the home team. Not 10 points. We got 14.5 points here with the home team. But if you look at last couple of years, Florida State covering 7 of the last 8. Brock Glenn here gets a start for Florida State at quarterback. I think the change of quarterback is going to lead Florida State to at least keep this one respectable. I think Clemson wins it by 10 in the end. So I'm going to take Florida State plus the 14.5.
You're referencing the Clemson Florida State last year overtime game. Florida State tied up late. They had no right winning that game against Clemson. That was just Clemson just.
That's on their mind the whole offseason.
Oh, absolutely.
But
absolutely. Official play here. Florida State plus 14.5. I agree. It's I don't. Are they this bad? I don't think so.
They look so bad against SMU. So
they still have a little defense, and here's the thing. You take 14.5 at home because you're a rivalry game and it's your season. Forget about the season. It's the coach's job is on the line here. They lay the egg here, it's over. I think you got to fire the guy. I mean, I know they'll say, well, they're still talented. They lost a lot of guys to the NFL. This is Florida State. They don't got time for that nonsense. You can't come out and just lose every single home game here. official play if Brian Bitler is Florida State plus 14.5. And I do agree. I do agree wholeheartedly there. I think it's just one of those spots you gotta grab it. You gotta grab it. This is Brian's free pick. You get his premium stuff, gamblesworld.net. He's on a absolute run, 59% college football the last month. So having a good one. This is the freebie, the premiums. Go get him. Go get him. He's hot. I'll be looking at Miami Hurricanes, another Florida program that looks – they're on the other side of that spectrum, though. They look pretty good. 10.5-point faves, total of 54.5 visiting Cal, who just lost a close one to your Florida State Seminoles here, 14-9. So they were in it, playing a little defense. I'm going to be looking at the total in this one here, right? Because, the Canes, I actually grabbed the Cal. They were plus 13. It's come down a little bit. Big travel spot for Miami, right? You're home. Now you're going flying across country, take on Cal. I'm not so sure. I look at the Cal defense, 13 points versus Cal Davis, 14 at Auburn, which Auburn might not be great. Still an SEC team. There's still NFL caliber and good recruits on that team. 10 points at San Diego State, and then 14 again on the road at Florida State. Is the defense for real? I think they'll be okay. It's also who they've played. Miami, on the other hand, 38-50, 62-56 at 41 points. 18 TDs, just 4 picks for the $5 million man, Cam Ward. I just don't know if this is going to be a run-it-up 40-something game. Miami does have a bye week coming up, so they can kind of go full bore. But we saw last week a crazy win. They were down. They didn't play good the whole game, and that is my problem. I got the big U hanging from the old school days. I got my Schnellenberger mini helmet. I like the U. But Mario Cristobal, to me, this is what the guy does. He's like lackluster sometimes. Maybe they should have lost that. I know they're saying the guy's out of bounds. He didn't have control. It shouldn't even been in that spot. You're a 2-touchdown fave off a team that they lost to Vanderbilt on the road. I mean, how does that happen? It happens because Cristobal's not a good prepper. I don't like him laying the number here on the road. Again, I prefer the higher number than a 10. I'm going to go under 54.5 because, Cal offense, so-so at best. Are they putting up 20 points? I don't think they scored 20. So even Miami gets to the 40 spot, maybe 38-10. I'm going under. It's 54.5. It's a big number. Give me the under in this game. Miami and Cal.
Yeah, for me in this one, I agree with your under, but I'm also going to take I'm even more confident taking the Cal Bears plus the points. I think they've had 2 weeks to prepare for this one. Miami coming off a really hard fought win against a rival Virginia Tech where they needed every bit to get that W, and now they got to play Cal, the team that hasn't. For me, they surprised people. I think they played good football. So
14-9 at Florida State, 31-10 San Diego State, 21-14 at Auburn, and 31-13 Cal Davis. Again, Cal Davis. But I don't know what to see the defense because Florida State struggled so much. Auburn's not an elite SEC team, but if you're going to tell me you're going to give up 24 points to Florida State and Auburn, I'm going to think the defense is semi-respectable. And as you mentioned, I got a team cross-country off a wild last-second win. With a coach I don't love. I'm going to go under. I think they're going to screw it up here. Give me the under 54.5 for me. I don't know. Those are the two picks. I have under 54.5 Miami and Cal. Brian likes Florida State plus 14.5 versus Clemson. These are our free picks, folks. You can get all of our premium plays at gamblersworld.net. Me, Brian. My guest tomorrow, Doug Upstone, Chip Chirimbus at gamblersworld.net. My Friday live show, 1 p.m. Eastern here with Mark Lawrence and Victor King. You don't want to miss out on that. Monday nights, we do a live show at 7 p.m. Eastern for Monday Night Football. You don't want to miss out on that. So plenty of free picks for you. Hit the like button, notification bells on so you know when we come in with our games here. Gamblersworld.net for all the premium stuff. Brian's going to have you covered. Premium, what do you have going? I know I asked you earlier, but anything for this weekend up and available for the people today?
Well, I got my Thursday titanium play in college football. Right now I'm on a 24-10 all sports run, 71%. So head on over to gamblersworld.net, pick that titanium up. Also have a play in Major League Baseball today up on the site.
Only 71%. Great. That's Well, I'll talk about my 1-on-1 day in baseball yesterday. I made you like $40 because I had 2 run line plays that split. So there you go. You want baby 50% that's gonna grab you a couple bucks, or you want 71% with this guy?
I'll tell you, Major League Baseball definitely surprising yesterday. We had all dogs come in except for the last game. So definitely, I like it when the dogs are barking.
Yeah, a good little wild card. I haven't put my baseball package up yet today. Or did I? No, that's a lie. I didn't put my baseball package up. It is on gamblesworld.net. I have to say, bad manager moves there in that Brewer game. I mean, how do you bring in Savale for 3 innings, who's probably supposed to be our 2-star day? You're sending out Frankie Montes? I don't know. I think the Brewers are.
I can't believe the Mets go and play a doubleheader, travel then to Milwaukee, and Brewers blow that. I don't understand.
I mean, again, the Brewers played in a terrible division, but I think it ends today for the Brewers. There you go, Met fans. I kind of like your squad today to wrap it up. But for Brian Bitler and his Florida State, I'm Sean Higgs with my under Miami and Cal. We'll be back tomorrow. Be sure to step back, say hello. 71% from Mr. Bitler. Go get a premium. Enjoy your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.